Frozen.
Oh,
Are you serious?
No,
Oh, you ain't got no
I'm
little
dead serious.
kids.
I ain't even gonna lie.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
I ain't
yeah.
got
Oh,
no kids.
man,
I saw
I got
Frozen
kids.
the first time with no kids.
Oh, no,
Frozen last week.
that's a
I
bit
had
disturbing.
I had a little, a little Yamin that wanted to go see
Oh,
the movie.
yeah,
and
Yeah,
okay.
that's a generation.
It
Yeah.
was some ice that night.
Hey, it was. Hey, I took my girls, and I was like, oh,
Hello.
my Jesus. Who wants to be their mama?
Hey, listen, I was rocking with Shorty heavy, too, until she wanted to build a different kind of snowman, and I was like, I'm out.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. You wasn't ready for that lifestyle?
No, I don't mess with snow.
No,
I don't do
hey,
the snow.
Young Jeezy, huh?
Hey,
Hey, that's exactly what
Wait,
it
Jesus,
was.
the snowman, for sure.
Are
Okay.
we recording?
Yes, we are.
I think we're
Hey,
live.
Station, what's good? It's
Oh,
your boy, Patrick Designer, back at it again. Ladies and gentlemen, we got the squad in the building. Yeah. As always, super producer Joel Holt, Mr. Media himself, Jordan JC, and Mr. Drew Better. If you knew better, you do better. Say who better? Nobody, bro. Oh, a little half.
I like that.
Hold on,
I like that.
Go back to that.
Whoa!
Hey!
Hey!
No, that's
look
me.
at that.
Turn the,
No, that's me.
It's half in, half out. Turn the
That's
knob.
number 2.
No, there's a
It's
slider.
a slider. Turn the slider
all
on.
the way up.
Hey, hold on. Before you do it, go back to it. Do it that way, and I'll just get back in the camera. Not get. I'm gonna tell everybody.
I like
I'm
that.
gonna tell everybody.
Hold on a second. We in.
Oh, he
We in.
And I miss my Uncle Charles, y'all.
The crossroads. That's hilarious.
Meet
That
me
dude
at
looked
the
good.
crossroads. We got a lot to get into on today's episode, man. Of course, it is a Football Friday. We got to break down what this Bears team is going to look like. We talked about it all week, but give our final predictions on where we think this team is going to end up here. I dropped a video yesterday talking about Caleb Williams and his progression. Want to get you guys' thoughts on that as well. And then, yeah, let's talk a little Bulls basketball here. Bulls came out a little fired. It got a little cold. A little close. But no, Bulls came out with a little bit of fire on yesterday's game. And I thought, listen, I told you guys, this is what I think that this team can do. Going to be very interesting to see kind of how this next game plays out. All that and more in today's episode of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Daily. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. Leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Everybody good? How you boys doing? What you laughing at, dog?
That soundboard just reminded me with PK.
What do you do?
He said,
You
with
talking about
label right?
Sister Jean.
Oh,
that's what you use when he's like,
Bro.
yeah, Sister Jean just passed it.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, Sister
PK
Jean.
was like,
It was
yeah,
a-
baby.
yeah.
He said it was a good day for Chicago. I was like, what the? He said, I was talking about the Cubs winning. No, you can't put that on me. I was like, you clearly heard me say it. That was insane.
Hilarious.
boys,
Feeling good, man. Feeling good, though.
Yeah, it's a good day, man. It's a good day.
Real
Listen,
good day.
Bears
It's Ice
right
Cube.
now-
It's a good day in the hood.
Bears right now 4-2.
4-2, baby.
Bulls 1-0.
Yes.
Blackhawks
I was
out here
surprised.
hooping a little bit. We got
They hitting the
play
puck
somebody
pretty good.
tonight.
Hitting the puck? Puck? P with a P?
Hey, they pucking people up.
They
You
pucking
know?
people up.
Oh,
Yeah,
I think they
big
played the
puck
Lightning tonight, maybe. I think.
Last night. We don't have the
last
results
night.
of that
Oh,
yet.
last night, right, yeah.
Pre-record here, but thanks for ruining the illusion, Jordan.
Oh, you didn't see anything.
I'm sick of it.
Just watch me dance. You'll forget everything.
Wayne's World.
God.
Wayne's World. Excellent.
Party time. Excellent.
Party
Excellent. Woo, 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 woo. Swing. Better swing.
Jesus.
4 minutes into the show, and I'm the only one drinking. Let's have some fun. Listen, Bears taking on the Baltimore Ravens this week. I think it's going to be I think this is still going to be a tough game.
Yeah.
What I love about what we heard from the coaching staff yesterday is they're not taking this lightly. Everything that they said, this is a 1-5 football team, but John Harbaugh does not lose games like this, right? He's a winning coach. He's been a winning head coach. He's only had 2 losing seasons. You heard Caleb regurgitate that as well. You can tell that they're keeping the pressure on this team of it doesn't matter who you're playing this week. This is a football team that has won a lot of football games. You're just now new to this. You don't get to go in there and pretend like you're 4-2, and so you can start beating your chest. They can embarrass you real quick. And whether Lamar plays or not, he was limited yesterday. He was limited day before. I would assume we're leaning towards probably having a backup quarterback in there in Snoop Huntley or
Snoop Dogg
or Cooper Rush, one or the other. But it
taking
truly
Cooper.
does feel like right now, to me, that the Bears have a lot of advantages going into this game that they have to execute on.
Well, look, a limited Lamar is still a dangerous Lamar. So I don't care if he does go out there and he's 30%. That's 80% of a lot of other quarterbacks. But my thing is, no matter who's out there on the field, I don't have to say the Bulls. The Bears have to make sure that they are mentally prepared, and I think the coaching staff will have them ready every week. It seems as if they're not looking past their next opponent. It doesn't matter if the Ravens are 1-5. It matters only. What in the world are you doing? I just wondered what was that. I didn't know. The Ravens are 1-5, but their record isn't indicative of them as a team. We already talked about that. They've been a playoff contender. They're a special team. They're depleted right now with injuries all over the place. So you want to take advantage of a more porous defense, and that's what we need to do.
I would say that this is a wounded dog. There's nothing more dangerous than a wounded dog.
Yeah.
And so, if they do what they're supposed to do, it's still about stopping the run.
He's gonna bite him.
Yeah. That's gonna be the biggest thing.
Like it's about stopping the
100%.
run.
Yeah.
You still got King Henry, but I think that the mystique of the Ravens is actually. I think it's time.
Oh, you think it's wearing off?
Yeah, I think it's.
You think your championship window's closed?
Yeah, I
That's a
think
good
it's.
call.
I think they just banged up this year. I don't know if it's closed,
No,
but
they
it
are.
might be closed for this season.
I'm just saying it's. But now, like the iteration of this team has been around. You only get about a good 3-year run.
Yeah, usually.
And it's time to start. This might be the end of that team in the sense. So, this is a down year for sure. And honestly, this is still a good test. I mean, John Harbaugh is still a coach that you have to prepare for. And I would say that it would be nice to see our offense actually click. They keep talking about capitalizing on these turnovers. And the only real threats outside of King Henry is Lamar Jackson.
Well, Zay Flowers is healthy. Zay Flowers trended towards being healthy.
Yes. So you cover the one receiver,
Yeah.
and then the tight end is
No,
Mark
they got
Andrews.
they got a old boy
Isaiah
that used to be
Likely.
Isaiah Likely is
they
there
got
too.
they got
And he got healthy
They got
last
D
week.
Hop.
They do got D-Hop.
D-Hop's a problem.
Yeah.
He can sneak in there and get you. So the thing
They
is,
got weaponry. The
have
question
it.
is, do you have the quarterback for this game?
Right.
Bateman.
So
Yeah.
the whole point is that if they could capitalize, if they can get turnovers and stop the run, and still have a running game.
Yeah.
And it sounds like we're still having some issues. Well, you said there was some injuries. DeAndre Swift's got a groin, right?
Yeah. Listen, we got to get into this injury report as well. It didn't get shorter today, although a couple of guys just out there on rest right now. But it's you got a banged up Bears team right now heading into this week. Roshan Johnson, DNP. Braxton Jones, DNP. He downgraded. Cole Kmet, DNP. I would expect him probably not to play. This would be the first missed
Page
game
of names.
for Cole Kmet in his career.
That's interesting.
That feels so wrong. Tyreek Stevenson, DNP with a shoulder, a little bit of a concern there with the DB room being banged up. That's a big part of your coverage right there. Joe Tooney got a rest day, old. Yeah, I mean, Kyler Gordon limited. DJ Moore today was limited, which is an upgrade. DeAndre Swift was limited. Austin Booker, a full go yet again. Talked about that a couple of times. Grady Jarrett, a full go. That's good to see.
Yeah.
Feels like you're probably going to
Like
get
that.
him back.
That's what I want to see.
That's
what
an upgrade.
impact he has. Like, does the defense actually take another step of dominating this team that's down? You gotta. It would be a convincing win to me. It would feel better that if they beat this team. Out of all the other ones, like you're supposed to beat the other teams that we beat.
You ain't supposed to be Washington. You wasn't supposed to be Washington.
I disagree.
You probably wasn't
I
supposed
disagree.
to be.
You're supposed to beat the Saints.
You're supposed to beat the Saints
and beat the Raiders.
You probably wasn't supposed to beat Dallas either.
Yeah, I was about to
well,
say.
nobody
Dallas
expected
better
Dallas to beat
offense.
Dallas.
Well,
Because we thought that was a
Dallas
challenge.
put up 30 and 40 in the first 2 weeks.
That was a
so.
challenge. Dallas
that
was a challenge.
yeah.
Nobody was saying that was a cakewalk
Yeah.
one. But the Raiders, the Saints, you're supposed to win those. Commanders, you could win. So it's like it was more of a mental game for them. Ravens it was more of a challenge because I think that gives some credibility for them.
I think for real though that Baltimore definitely can't be overlooked because of their offense is not a problem. It's their defense is being the problem. So to me, it's similar to the Cowboys game where their offense could put up 30 to 40 on you. So your defense does have to show up also, and your offense has to show up because your offense does need to score on their porous defense. But you still have to worry about King Henry because even him by himself could lead to a victory for Baltimore. If he goes off for 200 yards, 3 TDs, because we do have a semi-porous run defense ourselves.
Crazy.
You can end up losing this
He
game.
had 122 last week, so it's not
Exactly.
that crazy.
Well, 200 though.
Right, 200, bro.
That means we are
it's easy.
Swiss
We got
Well,
oh,
that
boy,
means- that means we getting cooked.
Jincy had 230 on us.
Yeah, but you also
So-
are now 2 weeks from that.
Yeah.
you shut
Yeah.
down
They didn't shut it
Louisville.
down.
Alvin
But I'm
Kamara
saying,
down.
I hear you, but we still have the propensity for that to happen. So you have to be careful.
No, they've made some adjustments.
you know,
though.
you still have to be careful. But what I'm saying is, Baltimore is dangerous.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a wounded dog. Don't take
so you,
them lightly.
So you do have to be very, very careful. Is my point.
Right.
I just want to look back at this injury report real quick. My God, I didn't realize how much of a laundry list it is. Even though it is good to
Well,
see
I
that
mean,
some of
4
these
of the
guys
names
are
are full.
limited.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of these guys are, they limited practice in full, so it is good. But the names that I'm looking at most, obviously,
it's
are
really
DeAndre
Tyreek.
Swift and Roshan Johnson, who obviously you're leaning on for the run game. So if DeAndre Swift isn't fully ready to go, or there's a setback by the end of this week, could we see a Cal Monungai game?
Bro,
because he's getting more and more and more comfortable. Ben Johnson's using him more, and you saw him dominate last week
But
too.
Roshan is honestly really not a name that we're concerned about. It is Monungai.
No, I'm just talking about they used him and he broke off an 11-yard run. I'm
Yeah,
just
but it
saying
was
like
like-
you have the ability to now use him when he's
Yeah,
healthy.
listen, it's a
It'll be
hit. The
nice.
problem is right. You got DeAndre Swift, who's still limited with that groin. That's something to keep an eye on. Hopefully, he's a full go tomorrow. He was a full go last week. It would be nice to have the depth there just in case that groin does flare up. Right now, you got Roshan,
Yeah.
who is your next running back outside of Monungai. Monungai gets banged up. That would be who you would think you would go to. But the thing for me that I'm focusing in on, you've got Kyler Gordon going the wrong way. You got Tremaine Edmonds going the wrong way. Joe Tooney was a rest day today.
Tyreek being out.
Tyreek Stevenson right now has not practiced.
That's
so
big.
That DB room that we
Crazy to say that.
are vaunting or vaulting, I should say, into the rafters there.
Oh,
You got 2 of those major names not on the field right now, and one
Yeah.
who ended up going the other way. So listen, this is what every season is, though, right? Like we're coming into this game with a laundry list of injuries right now. They're coming into this game not knowing if Lamar Jackson's going to play.
Yeah.
So
that's big.
it's massive injuries, I would say, on both sides. The big thing, I think Drew brought up a great point, though. When you look at how important this game is to me for the offense, that defense allowed yards. Like, I get it, you're getting Roquan Smith back. Roquan Smith can't cover everybody.
Right.
You know what I mean? He just can't. He can't cover the entire field. So while he's coming back, you still got Jair Alexander out there. That should be a cook show.
Yeah. That's great.
They're still banged up on that defensive line right now. You should be able to run the football. You've got your starting O-line that's starting to gel. Like, there's so much here where, to me, the Bears have an offensive advantage. And truly, this is a game where you should, and where, listen, we'll have the conversation about Caleb here in a second, but, like, if you're moving in the right direction, we shouldn't be coming away with 3 versus this Ravens defense right now.
I would hope that I'd like to see the talk of Caleb. Like, everybody's expecting him to make. He's supposed to be this. He's number 1 pick, and I mean we're seeing some positive, but we've seen some regression a little bit in terms of like.
He did last week.
Right. It
Yeah.
was like was it maybe was it wet? It was rainy. No, actually, it stopped raining.
No,
it stopped. No, it was still wet.
It was
outside.
raining. It was still
wet.
wet.
Took
It
accountability.
got,
I was out there, by the way.
it got to a
tailgate.
point where it
Yeah.
dried up a little bit.
But I would hope that what we're seeing is the maturation of Caleb continually getting better, because this is week.
This would be week
6.
8.
They had a
No,
bye
this is week 9, right?
I'm
No.
sorry. I'm thinking
No,
of the game.
No, we're 4 and
Week
2.
eight.
This is
I'm
week
thinking
8.
of-
This
I'm
is week
thinking
8.
of-
So-
I'm thinking of games, yeah.
You're starting to get to a point where do we figure out by week 10 of a new offense? Is he starting to settle in? Because it's still a lot of these pre-snap penalties.
Ton of them.
It's still that type of stuff
Yes,
that we
your
got to
center
clean
didn't
up.
snap the football twice.
He wanted to keep it.
No, that's my ball. You can't have it.
Hey, won't get out of my hand. It's like, come on, guys. Like,
Had a little bit of that stick 'em on there.
yeah, like we're still like when we get to a point. I mean, what I like though is like I really like our coach. Like
Yeah.
I'm really happy that this is for the first time in years. I'm like, no, we got a coach.
Yeah.
I feel like he's going to do everything in his power to get better, to make things better. And like the way that he galvanizes the guys, especially at the end, do better best, better bitch your rest, all that good stuff.
Come on, dog. What was
Wait,
that?
wait,
What the heck was
I think
that?
I like that even better. Do better best. Better get your rest.
Better rest,
Get your
better
If you
rest.
don't get sleep, you don't know the test.
You know what I meant.
Yeah.
Do better, best.
I was
better.
saying,
better
get your rest.
Better get your rest.
Joe, give yourself the flaccid horn on that one.
Because if you, that was flaccid. Because if you don't get sleep, you
won't
don't
pass the
I'm
test.
just
You won't pass the
saying,
test.
Yeah, better, right. You got it. You know what I meant.
Hey, I like
Freeze
that.
on 3. What's it?
Yeah. I'm just saying, but I like that there's a
We gotta
culture
actually
that
write
he's
that
building.
Wow. That was rough.
I liked it. That was actually pretty good.
4 weeks of it. He can't remember it.
I actually have it somewhere. I'm gonna set it up on the board.
I think that's where I get the confidence from. Is despite it doesn't matter if the list looks long, if you got a bunch of DNPs or limited. What we've seen throughout the last 6 games this season is that the confidence in the players and whoever's out there, they're going to step up and do their job. Whether it's the second string cornerback, whether it's Nick McLeod, whether it's Nashawn needing to be cornerback 1, hopefully or not hopefully, but possibly. They're going to try their best, and then your Al Harris's, your Eric Bieniemys, your Antoine Randall's, your Ben Johnson's, like they're making sure that they are putting these players in a position or a situation where they can succeed. You get your takeaways, you got your pressures that are going up on the defensive line, and so that's where I get confidence that no matter who you put out there, this Bears teams they're starting to know how to win.
I like. It reminds me, like, I'm hoping that we turn into like how the 49ers were or are. Strong defense, strong offense.
Yeah.
And like now it's like, and they got the aura about them too, where they're just like dominant on both sides of the ball. So we can we're still probably a piece or two away. Because like we're kind of how the 49ers were before they got McCaffrey. They had a running back by committee. It was Mostert.
Yeah.
It was
Elijah Wilson.
Yeah,
something
like
that.
they had a few guys,
yeah.
but then when they got CMC, they went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And so like, can we get to that? Or like
They
Philly?
went to the Super Bowl without him, didn't
No.
They did.
Yeah.
They went to the Super Bowl with Jimmy.
That was Jimmy, but I'm saying, but they kept
Jimmy
it
G.
going.
they? Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like you're building
They
a
had the
team.
same result.
I'm just saying.
I'm giving that running back too much
Hey,
credit.
I'll take a Super Bowl visit.
No, they
They had the same
no,
result.
they had a different. They had
Did
a
they
rook-
win?
No, they had a rookie
didn't
quarterback,
win.
right?
They didn't
Was he a
win.
rookie or was he second year? Brock.
No, they had Jimmy the first time they went, and then
I'm
they
talking
had
about when they got CMC.
second year.
He was a second year quarterback, right?
Okay.
But he wasn't supposed to be the quarterback. It was supposed to be the other guy.
It was supposed to be Jimmy,
Trey,
and then he took
Trey,
Jimmy's job.
Trey Lance.
Yeah, well, Trey lost the
Right.
competition coming
Exactly.
out of camp.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm just saying, like, it'll be nice to see an actual Bears team that's actually building a foundation that could be here for a while.
No, 100%.
Facts.
I'm hoping that, we continue to see that. And I think the one thing for me, I talked about this yesterday on the video. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love this Friday morning. The one thing for me about this Bears team that I think Bears fans have to understand is it ain't finished yet. The product ain't finished yet.
Right.
I talked about this on my video yesterday. We're seeing right now Ben Johnson do exactly what we all hoped he was going to do. And it's almost like Bears fans are like, it's not good enough. This is literally what you wanted him to do. Mm-hmm. I went back and I looked at Jared Goff numbers through his first 6 games versus Caleb Williams numbers his first 6 games.
Oh,
Yeah. Y'all ready for this?
Big discrepancy.
Team points per game. Detroit Lions, 24.3. Chicago Bears, 25.3. Passing touchdown to interception ratio. Jared Goff, 11-6. Caleb Williams, 9-3. Completion percentage, 62%. Caleb Williams, 61%. Passer rating, 90 for Jared Goff. For Caleb Williams, 92. Sacked 12 times for Jared Goff, sacked 11 times for Caleb Williams. You want to know what the only difference is?
The percentage, the completion percentage.
No.
Oh, the winning.
Caleb's winning.
Wait.
The Lions were 1-5. The Bears are 4-2.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the Lions hit that stride. They hit the ground right in kind of that second half. Their bye week came later on in that year, and so they hit that stride, and they started to figure some things out. And then, remember, they go on, and I think they finished the season 9-8 or whatever it is, and they just missed the playoffs. But you could tell, like, oh, snap, this team is incredibly different. Ben Johnson's doing exactly what we all asked him to do. And as you're heading into this Ravens game, the goal is to see, okay, from last week to this week, are you seeing the game get back on track? We can all admit last week, Caleb had a bad week.
Yeah.
It's ups and downs.
Yeah, Cotton.
What you don't want to do is keep going down.
Right.
Don't go down.
We want to go up.
Oh, you watch out.
Go
Right.
up. Not go down.
What?
Go up.
What we talking about? But no, like I feel like when we see people talk about Caleb, it's almost as if Caleb is having this unsuccessful season that nobody wants, and this is exactly what Bears fans asked for Ben Johnson to do. This is exactly what the media asked for Ben Johnson to do. He's doing exactly what you wanted him to do, and everybody has a problem with it.
Because most people just aren't. I'm sorry. There just aren't a lot of smart Bears fans. Yeah. Or there's a lot of people who are just impatient in general.
I wouldn't say that.
Some guys are.
I would say
the ones that can't say the names.
I would say we have a lot of fans that dig into the numbers, and they work themselves into a tizzy at times. Because you end up seeing it week by week instead of year over year. Last year, Caleb Williams.
There you go.
He was fine, but he struggled a lot because he was getting killed.
Right. Yeah.
This year, overall, he's clearly been a better quarterback.
You're seeing the ebbs and flows, and when you see him go on a 3-game, or the first 3 games before the fourth one that we won, where it looked like every game he was getting better and better, and the big mistakes like keying in on one person when he got intercepted by the rookie cornerback when he only looked at Roma Dunze on the route. And he didn't go to his other progressions. Yeah. Like, that's something we thought, okay, he's already mastered. He's over that. That's small fry stuff. Now he's regressed back to that. And he even said it in his press conference. He said, there were certain things that I went back to. There's things that I've done that I went back to my college days on when it comes to trying to get the explosive plays versus taking what's there and looking for the open guy over the middle or the short passes, the underneath throws. And that's what we need to see more of Caleb do. And I think more and more as time goes on, he's going to get that. But a lot of people are just kind of in over their heads because they think just because he took a step back that he can't take 2 steps forward.
Well, I don't even know if it was a step back.
No, they're panicking because the national narrative is that we took the worst quarterback out of all the quarterbacks. Bo Nix better.
Far from the truth.
Jaden Daniels is better. The leadership. We're fighting the ghost leadership of J.J. McCarthy. You know what I'm saying? He won a game.
Okay.
And it's like, he must be better. It's like,
what happened
you all
after
understand
that?
The Bears were so behind with an offensive line. The Bears did not even have an offense. All those other quarterbacks went to offensive coaches.
Oh, well, Drake May didn't. Drake May's the only one I'll say.
No. And he also didn't look good until recently. He looked okay last year, but he looks good this year.
Drake May didn't have a ton of opportunity last year either.
Yeah, but he looks good because he got old boy
Vrabel. He got Vrabel
now and the OC.
And Joshy.
Yeah,
Josh, right.
Yeah,
right,
Josh,
but you got to
Joshy McDaniels.
Yeah, but that is a known offensive system.
And Joshy does know how to quarterback.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Every one of them except Kevin went to an actual offensive guru to a point. Even dude in Washington to a point. Cliff.
I don't know about guru, but yeah.
No, he was known for offense, right?
I mean, he was the OC.
We got
He was known for offenses that got beat.
Yeah, yes. The point is that his rise to fame is that he was an offensive guy.
Yeah.
Everybody that they went to was all offense, and Caleb went to a defensive guy that was a horrible coach, and we had no offensive line on top of that. So it's like he's behind 8 ball from the system that was put in place.
Yeah, listen. I think right now the important part for me with Caleb is that you find your footing and you get yourself going versus a defense that's very vulnerable right now.
Right.
This Ravens defense is not very good, and so I feel like this should be a game that the offense should look, dare I say, a little bit closer to what we saw against Dallas. Like, I get it. Like, Roquan Smith is back. There's going to be some better players out there, but they've given up yards hand over fist. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And my biggest thing is he is coming into this week, take advantage of the red zone. That second half versus the Washington Commanders was exactly what I wanted to see, just not with the touchdown called back. Yeah. But it was a good game for Caleb Williams. I thought you moved the ball down in the second half really well. I thought you got off to a slow start in the first half. Mm-hmm. Jaden Daniels didn't get off to a great start in the first half of that game, right?
No,
there was so many plays where it was like, you got to finish that. You got to finish that. They're giving you opportunities. You got to make this work. Once he starts to hit some of those gimmies, and this is a game where he should. right? Where you should be able to get the check down, where you should be able to get the ball to Coastal Leveling over the middle, where you should be able to get the ball to DJ Moore or to Roma Dunze. And those guys got to help you out too. Listen, there's a couple of passes there that changed how Caleb Williams' stats look dramatically last week.
Oh, hands
He said
down.
that too.
I mean, like if that ball,
2 or 3.
that ball hits Roma Dunze in the hands, hey,
No.
hold it.
What's the other one? No.
It's been one play a game. It's
That
been
was
one.
that was the week before.
I know.
That was the week
I'm
before.
saying,
but it's
Well,
just
that
one-
would have made his yards look crazy.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying that
yeah.
was he would have that if that dude
Because
catches
he probably would have went to the house.
Oh,
He
my
would've
But it's
took
not
it.
that.
Yeah, it would have been a long game.
It's at least 1 to 2 plays each game
Yep.
that skews Caleb's yardages and touchdowns.
Yeah.
Because Rome touchdown got called back in one game because of a illegal formation. Another one was a bad offensive call, on another one. So it is always potentially for something. So with all that being said, that you're right that by the oh man, see that now threw me all off. Threw me all off.
Gotta keep it going, dog. Keep it going, dog.
Because he over there holding the one cord and he
I'll turn
over
it
there
off.
bending over the soundboard. It's all lost.
We need new equipment.
We appreciate what you had said, Drew. I concur 100%. I concur. I concur. No, but you like you said, there are, like you said, Caleb, there's certain plays that have skewed his numbers. So if there's 2 or 3 catches in the game that actually isn't his fault versus some that are his fault, he would have a slightly higher completion percentage. But he's at 60, 61.
That's bad.
I mean, yeah, in today's,
bad.
I mean,
That's bad.
it's better than. No, you don't want to be in the 50s. That's for sure. You
Well,
don't want
yeah,
to drop
but-
under.
but you-
you don't want to drop under.
But
60.
he's just above it. Listen, it's okay. The completion percentage right now isn't great. He's not exactly
And he'll get there.
where you want him to be. It's gonna get there.
You know what? Question.
Here we go.
Remember in week 1 when my man went 10 for 10
Yep.
and it was scripted?
Yep.
Yeah.
Why aren't we not even doing that?
What do you mean? Why we're not scripted?
First 15 is scripted.
Yeah,
Yes, it is.
because it was flawless.
Different game plan, different teams.
Well,
Well,
listen,
I'm saying the Minnesota game.
teams get tape on you. There's no tape on you in week 1. You don't know what you're gonna do.
I mean, you got to get creative.
No,
I mean,
because
after a
we
while.
scored for our
We also scored on our first
first drive
yeah,
for
our
like
first
3 or 4
drives
games.
for like 3-4 weeks.
3 or 4 weeks.
And we had
yeah.
a week where we didn't, and then we went right back down and did it. Like,
Yeah.
listen, there are every game. I think this is the big thing for me. Every game is not going to be elite.
Yeah,
It's just
that's
not.
true. Yeah,
It's called the NFL. The guys on the other side of the ball get paid a lot of money to make good plays.
yeah.
So every football game is not going to be, oh, you look like. I love what Yurko said. I was like, people are saying they can't buy in because the pass and the run aren't perfect yet or aren't elite yet. And he was like, well, now you're just getting greedy. It's like the guys on the other side got to play too. Like,
Right.
and you have to call the game. What I love about Ben Johnson is we don't have a coach that's so tied to his scheme that he's unwilling to call a game differently,
Yeah.
depending on how. Remember Matt Nagy?
Mm-hmm.
When teams forced him to run, and he just wouldn't call run plays.
I'm gonna be me.
Oh, I mean, that's most of the coaches we had.
Remember,
Lovie Smith.
I know I'm supposed to run. I'm not an idiot.
No, Lovie Smith.
Then he
was
ran
killing
it like 30 times one game.
Yeah.
And then
Just
he
to
went right
prove
back
it.
to 6. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, it's
yeah.
Lovie Smith would
Idiot.
do that all the time. I will never
Yeah,
forget
but I think
against
the thing is-
Minnesota, and they had the 2 big Williams boys, and they were like, "We're gonna run it up the gut, up the gut," and it's like, bro, you can't trick these guys at all. We have, he just poor planning on offense.
But that's not Lovey ain't the OC there. But like,
Lovey's the head coach.
They-
He said we're gonna run the ball,
listen, that's what his OC told him
and they didn't do it. And they sucked.
in that game. It wasn't
That
forever.
year, yeah,
Like
no.
they also
we're-
won some of those matchups. We also had big running
No,
days versus Minnesota.
We're not talking. I don't think that was the 05 season. I'm talking about the rest of the stuff that
I'm
we had to
just
deal
saying,
with.
like it's like there's a certain time where it's okay to stick to your principle if that's what you gotta, what your morals hang on.
But we weren't.
But
that
you
good.
have to be able to adjust. The problem then was that we don't have now is I do have a quarterback that can throw the football.
Yeah.
I mean, like then we had Rex.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't
Rex
great.
is our quarterback.
It wasn't. Rex Grossman is our quarterback. They all wanted Kyle. I think everybody in Chicago
Yeah,
wanted
why?
Kyle.
At that time,
I think
yeah.
we all wanted Kyle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
At that time.
But no, just my thing is like with how some people are, you would have given up on Josh Allen.
Indeed.
You would have given up on Brock Purdy. You would have given up on
No, no.
Like there's so many names of the people where You know, like right.
Heck, even
Them-
I don't
Lamar
think so.
Jackson
Brock
at a
Purdy
point.
took you to a Super Bowl.
No, but
and
the
people
coach-
were like, "Don't pay him."
No, but the coaching pedigree was already there to allow you to do that. And Brian Daboll had the respect. We have not had a coordinator.
Well, Brian Daboll came in, and that's what helped him get better.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Brian Daboll, they brought a guy in to help him get better. Like we have, once you got someone that's an actual marquee kind of person that has, like the best we had maybe was Mike Martz, and he brought his age system in when he tried to fix Jay Cutler, right?
Yeah.
You know, so he had a little bit of credence where it's like, well, he did win the Super Bowl. Oh, but you're bringing a dome offense into the winter, you know, the frozen tundra of Chicago. It's like that doesn't work. But we have not had a coach that can. Ben Johnson coming in has the cachet, the experience where it's like we know he could actually develop this guy. As a matter of fact, it doesn't matter who he brings in. He might be to bring in any quarterback. So there's a good chance with Caleb we have something.
Who is the best that we've had since Ben Johnson? Because clearly we can say Ben Johnson has been probably our best coach since
The
Lovie.
highest touted.
But when it comes to, I'm going to be honest with you.
Matt Nagy has a winning record in Chicago.
No.
Okay.
You're
All right, 'cause
saying
I was
Matt
gonna- I
Nagy-
was gonna
Matt-
argue-
saying coming
I was gonna-
in.
Matt Nagy
Yeah,
actually
I
has a
was gonna
pretty,
say
pretty
Trustman.
high winning
Nobody
I was
record.
going to
was
say
that high
first
on
year
Matt Nagy.
Trustman.
Matt Nagy was the #1 coaching prospect that summer.
He
What are you
was.
talking
He was.
about?
He
But
was.
as far as
He
his
was.
results,
Matt
He
Nagy
was.
was the #1 prospect
I
of the
don't-
summer.
I
I
dare
don't
put
remember that.
Trustman's
100%.
name.
No,
down.
I'm not-
he
I'm not-
100% was
He
because
was
I
the
don't
biggest
remember him
offensive.
because
he was the
Andy
biggest
Reid
offensive name.
he
in the
got
league.
because
credit.
Andy Reid was
Andy
coming
Reid
off the Andy
was
Reid was coming off the
touting him,
championship.
yeah.
No, they didn't win the
No, they
championship.
didn't win.
They
They
lost
lost
to the
in the
Titans.
AFC title
And
game.
he stopped calling plays and let Nagy call it, and then we got that. They got that whack offense, and that's how they lost. Because I was like, I remember him not doing that great. I'm like, I was not happy about Matt Nagy coming here.
I think that was just you.
Yeah, because I remember watching the game.
Matt Nagy has a 34-31 record with the Chicago Bears. It's crazy when you think he started off 12 and 4.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
barely 500. No,
Yeah,
but
they-
you're saying
they
who was the
regressed,
highest heralded?
Heralded.
Mike
Geraldo
Dick-
Rivera?
No,
No.
Mike.
No.
No, I'm
I'd
just,
almost
you
It
said
was.
that
It
wrong.
was. It was.
I would actually
it was,
say
it was actually
Dave
Nagy.
Wannstedt?
No, Nagy
He came off
and
the Super Bowl?
what's that? Tressman.
No.
Right, that's
No,
what I said. First year
everybody was like,
Trustman.
Coach Mark Tressman.
No, we were
No,
surprised.
first
They
year
were surprised
Trustman.
with Tressman.
We were
First year-
surprised
The
with
first year
Tressman.
No, I'm
Trustman was
saying-
good with Jay Cutler.
No,
No,
I'm
he's saying they got hired.
who was the hyped
Oh.
guy? Like
Oh, that was- don't-
everybody knew it was
then it
supposed
was
to be
Matt
Bruce
Nagy.
Arians,
That
and
wasn't
we
my
didn't.
question.
We
Yeah,
got
yeah, yeah.
Tressman.
Yeah.
Bruce
Then it was
Arians
Nagy.
was the coach of the year, but I
Yeah.
think that Dave Wannstedt technically he was the
Dave
Super
was
Bowl-
hyped. Dave was coming
that-
off of the Super Bowls. You thought it was going to work. You
Yeah.
thought he was finally going to bring an offense.
He's another
here.
Pittsburgh guy.
Yep,
we
yep.
just moved on from Ditka.
Dave was hyped, and he had the mustache.
He had the mustache.
Yeah,
He's
man.
from
Yeah.
Pittsburgh. He's
Yeah.
got the
Good
accent.
mustache. Yeah.
good
He got a good
stash.
stash. Definitely good stash.
I would say him.
Still a phenomenal stash.
Lovey was, I think.
No,
No,
Lovey
they
was a shot.
No, they
Lovey
he was
Lovey
he
was
was
a
the top
rookie.
DC for Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
But they didn't know to hire him. They used a company. They used like a headhunter or somebody to hire. They couldn't even hire their own people.
Yeah, but
they used a company.
Lovey was a surprise. They was gonna go with another name in there. I forget who it was.
Well, he was supposed to bring in Dave McGinnis or something like that. And
but
they screwed
it
all
was,
that stuff
it
up.
was didn't sign the paperwork. Or
Yeah,
something
they
like that.
screwed all that up. They jacked it up.
Oh, what a history! But we got Ben Johnson now. We're excited about that.
Yeah.
I think the big thing for me. By the way, everybody take a shot. We went down memory lane right there.
Back down
Uh,
memory lane.
The big thing for me right now is how do you get him back on track? You know what I mean, how do you get Caleb Williams so it is not a dip and a dip. It's a dip and you come back up.
A dip and a
head,
dip.
head
You
in,
put your
head
hand
above
up
water.
on my hip. When I dip, you dip, we dip.
All right, we're gonna move
Oh,
on.
sorry.
Appreciate y'all for
That was
tuning in,
good.
showing love. Hit that like
Sorry.
button, subscribe to the page, leave a
That's
five-star
right.
review. Y'all know what to do.
Really, it's his first year, bro. So you're going to have dips from one game to the next.
100%.
So if anybody thinking he's just going to be an extension, it's just crazy to think that. If you're the first time you're doing anything for that first year,
Maxwell?
it is going to be your learning curve. So you're going to have good drives, bad drives, but the point of the matter to me is if he's learning from it
Yep.
and he is not doing the same repetitive mistake,
True.
but he is trying to learn from mistakes and adjusting his line of sight. So then that means he's catching it and he's understanding. Because you expect with this change in offense to be okay
Instant.
this year, which is why I said about 500, and then next year you will definitely know if he's got the goods.
Well, listen, 10-7 is on the board right now. I mean, you should be able to win 6 games the rest of the way.
Yeah, I would
We
just
got- we
say
got
just
Murray rolling in, though.
allow these guys to grow.
Yeah.
Stop expecting like anything we get, it's positive. Everything is ascending. So let them grow. We're here for the ride. If they win 10, 11 games, great. I never expected them to contend for the Super Bowl this year. I did expect them to at least be competitive and trying to challenge for the division. That's it.
I remember you going
I think
12-5, Joe.
You did. I'm going like 47-6.
But because I looked
year
every game.
one.
13-4. 13-4, I think.
Hey,
Nah,
they're
but
still on track for me.
I'll say this: they are on track, which is
13-4.
hilarious.
Hey, it is 13-4.
They are on
hey,
track.
Clayton Bigsby said 13-4 is possible.
I'll say this though: like the part for me that I find like hilarious is that people think that
I did have 13.
their timeline
I know you did, Joe.
is Ben Johnson's timeline. I've been patient since 1993. Nobody cares. I hate to tell you this. No one cares. Nobody
back
cares
and
that you were
relax.
patient. Go root for another team.
Yeah.
Because this is going to take time. You want to get off the bandwagon now because you've been waiting since 1942 and you saw championships. I don't know what to tell you.
Championship.
I'm tired. What am I going to do? You're going to wait another year.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, that's the realistic part of it. So, to me, it's my big thing with all of this is we live in a give it to me now society.
Yeah.
That's not how sports was
It's
when we
my
grew up.
money, and I need it now.
Teams used to have down years, and you say, "Oh, well, we'll get them next year."
It's instant gratification.
Teams used to have entire down years where you be like, "I don't know what happened. That wasn't indicative
Well,
of
you
that
know the
team."
Well, you
Cubs
grew
did that
with the
every
team.
year.
Yeah.
You let this team is young. Let's
Said the Cubs did that every year, and then they finally did it 2016.
Well, yeah, 108
Shut
years in a
up,
row.
I didn't ask for the
108
timeline.
Years in a row.
I didn't ask for the timeline. But no, that's true. It's like you have to kind of go with the ebbs and flows again. It's just be patient, relax. Everything isn't going to be just instant gratification.
Yeah, and it's fine to let this young guy grow with the bumps and bruises of learning an offense, and especially in the first year. So I'm excited to just see that there's definite progress.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm proud that they've been fighting through. It's either, and we've said this. I mean, I would think that we have some decent insight as Bears fans. There's going to be games where the defense wins. There's going to be games where the special teams might come through. There's going to be games where the offense wins, and that's what you should expect.
That's a
to see.
football season.
Yes, and we actually have a team that can actually do that.
And we've had a team that's doing it.
My
You got a blocked field goal. You got a
Jake
field
Moody.
goal to win the game with Jake Moody.
Jake Moody
You
came
got
out
an
of
offense that is put up 40 in a game. You got a defense that is shut down entire run games.
We've
Like,
gotten 3 turnovers each game for the last
takeaways
Yeah.
are all there. Yeah, best in takeaways.
Come on,
I'm
man.
tingly.
Yeah.
Let's finish it out with this, boys. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. The show of love as always. Hit that like button, subscribe.
man.
Leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Let us know how you guys feel in the comments below. Yeah, start this off with a little Bulls conversation.
Whoa. Only the Bulls, huh?
Which verse you going with there though?
I don't know the verse. I
Oh,
just know
oh,
the
how
verse.
you not know the
dribble up
verse?
and down the court.
Basketball is my
Favorite sport. Yeah.
I like the way they dribble up and
Down
down
the
the court,
court.
just like I'm the king on the microphone, like Dr. J and Moses Malone.
Malone.
I like slam dunks that take them to the hoop. Said my favorite play is the alley oop. I like the give and go. I like the pick and roll. This basketball, Mr. Curtis Blow. Basketball. We're talking a little bit of NBA here as Chicago Bulls tipped off start of their season. I think they surprised a lot of Chicagoans
Yes, they
yesterday
did.
Bro.
that could see them. CHSN. You can tune in with us over on Playback and watch the games right along with us if you would like to. Of course, if you sign up for the Breeze membership, you get the live call there. It's always a good time. But
Dude.
if you can see the game, enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Me and my wife were out last night just getting a little nightcap, and I looked at the scoreboard. I said, "The Bulls won."
Yeah.
They what?
Yeah.
It was like what 115 and 111, and the guy next to me,
111,
the guy
yeah.
next to me was like, "Yeah, but barely."
I mean, yeah,
you know what?
but still.
I said, win is a win, bro.
A win is a win.
Win is a win.
There's some things that you definitely need to address there that happened in the fourth quarter. There were
Yeah,
some struggles
fourth is
there
what happened,
from
yeah.
that Bulls
For
team
fantasy
in the
purposes.
fourth quarter. But, I mean, we're also in an era. Can we all just get on board with this? Like, I hate to say it. It's y'all generation. 20 points ain't 20 points no more.
Oh, man.
Y'all see a 20-point
because-
lead.
yeah,
Y'all see a
but-
20-point lead. Remember, and we all did this. You see a 20-point lead, you be like, that's enough of that.
Yeah.
And you
Yep,
cut another
yep,
game.
yep,
You cut something
yep.
else on.
That's,
Yeah.
that's because so much emphasis has
Defense.
been put on the three because of analytics. The three. It's better to shoot the three.
The
It's better to
average-
shoot
the
the
average
three.
scoring is up.
So you get to pretty much add an extra point through analytics. So yeah, so you shooting the three. a 12-point lead is 2 stops and 2 threes, and you're right back in.
100%. And I think that's the thing, right? So the Bulls end up blowing, I believe it was a 23-point lead. It got really close. It was a close game by the end. There's some things you need to fix. Mm-hmm. But for a team that did not have Kobe White yesterday, for a team that did not have Zach Collins as a backup center, you had Sticks out there, and he is
sticky.
Bad.
Not like that. Whoa. All right, I guess
you've
been going crazy lately. Ever since they came up with the Meaty Macarena.
Hey, Macarena.
All right. But no, like you had a team though that I thought came out very aggressive, took care of the basketball early on. Defensively, you want to talk about defense, right? Not playing enough defense. The Bulls' defense was phenomenal outside of a tough run in the fourth quarter.
Absolutely.
And even I'll say this: what's more important defensively now in the modern NBA is not 48 minutes of intensity, as the great Norm Van Leer used to say. 48 minutes of intensity on the defensive end.
I miss Norm.
I miss Norm's ties.
He used to be so animated.
Bro, he had some game, bro.
Hey,
Norm tie game was off the chains.
Norm tie game was crazy.
He used to crash out.
But I love the fact, and I think this is more important for the modern NBA, that we saw the Bulls play excellent situational defense. Nikola Vucevic, balled out. What you got?
Nico showed up.
What you got?
He's like Tariq Stevens.
Hey, Nico showed up.
28 and 14.
Everybody you hate is balling out this year.
Apparently. I got to shut up. They all proved me wrong. 28 and 14.
Yeah, but for fantasy purposes, that was a good step.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
But no, just loved what we saw in that first game. There's some things to correct. But you also got a bunch of people involved. Trey Jones got involved. Modest Buzelis got involved. It felt like a full team win. What'd you see there, Meaty?
First of all, I love the intensity. I think that's what I keep going to. In the first quarter, you started the game off really, really well. You had a 35-19 lead. I think that's where you kind of got your momentum and kind of really pulled away. So where they kind of kept coming back, that's where you had that leeway to kind of give them some room to come back. Modest Buzelis, I wanted to obviously see what he did. He showed a lot of flashes on both sides of the ball. That's why I think that he's going to continue to be special, because there were a lot of times where he got blocks. He got a good help defense. Obviously, his three-pointer was there. And then, of course, I'll give credit where credit is due. Nikola Vucevic had a lot of good shots. I think he was like his first 4 threes or something that I saw. Yeah. He was on point. And so that's what you want to continue to see from them. And then, of course, the team defense. Trey Jones, I love him as a backup point guard. 8 assists, 12 points. That's what you want from the guy coming off the bench. Ayo Dosunmu, very, very sound. I mean, everybody did their role very, very well. So I love the way the team played in the first game.
Cooking, man.
No, 100%. Like
cooking over there.
It was hot.
All right.
It was a game
hot
that
like fire.
It was a game I thought that you saw a team come out and surprise you early on. And listen, I know we're in this era of sports. By the way, we're in a wild era of basketball right now. Boy, y'all see that Chauncey stuff?
Oh my God, that's
Chauncey and Terry.
Yeah, Chauncey's over here rigging.
Mr. Big Shot. Huh?
Chauncey's over here rigging poker games with
I didn't even think about his nickname.
With the machines.
With the mafia, with the machine. I am the machine.
Mr. Big Slot.
With the coin holders and all kind of stuff like that. And then you got old boy giving out LeBron information on when he was out to the bookies. So it's like, man, it's ridiculous.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
What? I was so busy.
They was giving out LeBron health info, and then he took himself out of another game when he was
Terry
taking the
Rozier.
under. Man, so it's going down.
Boy, these guys are nuts.
It's rough.
That's
it's
nuts.
rough. You know what I mean? The NBA, it felt a little targeted at a certain point. It was like, I kind of lean what Stephen A. was saying, but listen, here's the NBA got some problems they got to deal with. That was insane, bro. And by the way, Gil definitely snitched.
Hey,
you definitely snitched.
Yeah, send it to the chat. Yeah,
bro, he came out of there giddy because remember he was the first one they arrested.
Right,
yeah,
he's the first one that went down.
He was the first one they arrested. He just came out. Hey, how y'all doing? Down them steps. But
he that type of dude.
So that man was ready to tell all.
No, but I just think for me, right, like the big thing that I want to see now from this Bulls team to continue is improve upon the issues, but build upon what you showed. That's the team we saw last year that we were excited about. Remember, we all upstairs and we watching the Lakers game-winning shot from Giddey, and we're like, "What the heck is happening? Oh my God!"
I like Modest and Giddey. I'm behind this young team here. I would like to watch this team.
I like it.
They're a team that comes out and fights every night.
Yeah,
they're a
but
team that comes out and competes every night,
Yes.
and then not. And I get it, like, you want to win championships, you want to find a way to always be. But what Chicago really wants is a team that gives a rat's you know what.
Just
That's the
you
thing.
want a competitive team.
Respect the Chicago on the front of your jersey.
The brand, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's really all we're looking for. Do I eventually want to win a championship? Yes. I understand though that it takes building to that. Do I want to see this team go out there and dominate and become the Derrick Rose Bulls at a certain point? We're the top of the Eastern Conference. Of course I do. But
if we could get to
I
the top
also
five,
love the Kirk Heinrich baby Bulls.
Right. It top. Well, they were still.
Well, we got a
they were
chance to
top
do it.
3. Were they top?
They
3?
they end up being top 3, but you knew you weren't winning a championship with those teams. But you were like, like nobody want to play them because they're going to take you to 7, and they might sneak their way in there.
But
and they might Allen Iverson this mug, and you go to the finals. You just like, I don't know how we got here either. But here we go.
Yeah, we got a guy that I think could develop into probably being a top guy, an all-pro.
And Modest, you talking about?
Absolutely.
There's a guy where I see.
Here's a guy.
There's the potential. And that's all we need. We need a guy that can actually put the team on his back, and be able to carry the squad. So it's like Shea. Like we're watching right now. Like no one really looked at him like that was that guy. He's talented.
No, I did.
No, nobody.
He was on the Clippers.
So you thought he was
when
MVP?
He was on the Clippers.
I saw flashes.
No.
I did see flashes.
When he was on the Clippers.
I did see flashes
there's
with the Clippers.
flashes.
No.
There's flashes.
No. When he was on the Clippers, it kind of is like that though.
That's all I'm saying.
It truly is like that because when he was on the Clippers, they would give him like 12 minutes and he would put up 11 points. And be like, wait, yo,
right?
Y'all need to put him on the floor more. Why is he not playing? Well, we got Chris Paul. Him. And then they traded him. I was like, it's about to be a problem.
But the point is that there's, of course, and anybody. Even Giddey has promise with Flash. He's a triple-double threat. And then we got a guy that can actually pass the ball. So I like the fact that we have some skill sets on this team that can actually do something and actually get better versus just the potential. And we're sold that this is potential. And it's like, no, he is who he is. Patrick Williams, for example, it's like nobody was high about that pick.
As we're improving, I love that we're playing like the identity of the city. Hard and hustle.
Yeah.
And that's what you want to bank on is you love, like you mentioned, going back to the baby Bulls. You appreciated the Kirk Heinrichs and those Noccionis. Like those were the players.
Andres
Nocioni.
Noccioni.
Like you love to watch every game.
Who?
Noach. The waiter would. Who was the waiter?
Was Hoiberg the waiter?
Yes.
Fred Hoiberg was
the
waiter.
Fred Hoiberg was the waiter. That's right.
I was never
I
excited
thought he
about
was the
Fred
mayor.
Hoiberg. No, he was the mayor.
Was he the
mayor? The waiter.
Who is the waiter? That's a good question. I know there was somebody named the waiter.
Was it?
I don't know. I don't think. I don't think it dated that back.
Okay.
But overall, those type of players. That's
Tony
that's what
Kukoc,
you love.
the waiter.
He was the
we
waiter.
looking
Hey,
bad.
good call.
I always thought he was the Croatian sensation.
Yeah,
He was both.
He was the waiter too.
Nocioni was.
Right.
I thought he had a nickname.
He probably do.
I just saw Noach. Yeah, that's always.
You know, they got nicknames on all the websites now. Yeah. Well, Stacy was. Well, I guess that was Stacy.
That was early Stacy. I think that was early. Stacy.
No, I thought that was what was the guy's name with the glasses?
Yeah, him and Stacy.
No, but this was the other guy.
So Andres
what's his
Nocioni's
name?
nicknames were Noach, the Wind Bull of the Pampas. I ain't never called him that. I ain't never called him that, but that's what I'm gonna call him from now on.
Bull of the Papas.
The Wild Bull of the Pampas.
Okay.
And then Chapu. I don't know what Chapu means. We might have just cussed.
Yep.
We might have just
think
cussed
that's
on
Greek
it.
for something.
I don't know. I don't know.
Nope, not ringing the bell, Cotton.
But no, man. Listen, I think you hit the nail on the head there, right? You come out and compete.
Yeah.
And eventually, hopefully, you develop that Modest into something. And what I love about Billy Donovan, I gotta say this, right? Everybody, fire Billy. I'm tired of Billy. I'm sick of this.
We're stuck with him.
He's not going anywhere. First, it's Chicago. Y'all know what it is. It's Chicago. I love that I love that none of there's an entire population of Chicago that has no idea what that finishes with. But anyway,
You sure?
there's probably a bunch of people in Chicago who don't know what that is. That are watching the Bears every time Tremaine Edmonds
And they
says
be just
it.
saying, like,
It's
yeah,
Chicago.
It's
Like,
Chicago.
Yeah. It's like, whoa, calm down, Johnny.
They say what?
But what I love about what we're seeing out of this Bulls team is Billy Donovan's like, yeah, Modest had a good game, had a couple of big dunks, like some of the blocks. He had 3 blocks last night. Big help. He was a -10. I need to figure out what he was doing wrong. and that Modest can take that coaching and say, yeah, I had a
Okay.
solid game, but I was a -10. Where did I go wrong? What do I need to improve on? He feeds off of that. He
Interesting.
wants that. That's a mindset that this Bulls team needs, and I think it's something that we're going to see moving forward. And Bulls have a game Saturday night versus the Orlando Magic.
Yeah, that's
So,
another tough test.
We're gonna
Woo!
check in. We're
Another
gonna
good
check
young
in. That's
team.
That's gonna be an early test.
yeah, that's going to be a big
Early
test.
test.
Well, listen,
Well, I mean,
Pistons was a
Detroit,
test,
yeah,
too.
no,
Pistons-
Detroit is nice.
Pistons got a few people hurt though. I thought
They
Orlando
do.
was
Ivy
fully
was
healthy.
hurt. Ivy was hurt.
Right.
I mean,
Jaden
that's
Ivey
it.
was hurt.
Right,
That's a
but
big one.
I think Orlando's fully healthy.
Orlando is fully healthy. You got Bane, you got Paolo. It looks like a nice little
Right,
combo.
you got old boy
Wendell Carter.
Wagner. Wagner was
Franz
Wagner.
Wagner.
Franz
Wagner.
Franz.
I must
Both of the
break
brothers
you.
is back, and they was hooping. I think he put up like
Franz.
24
Wagner.
his first game. Them boys are
Yeah, that's a team that's a problem. And it's going to be a good test for your defense. We'll see what the Bulls end up doing in that game. We'll be live here on the Windy City Breeze, of course, on playback as well. If you're a member, you can get it here on the Windy City Breeze, or if you join the Patreon, you can get it over there as well. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Before we get up out of here, game predictions for the Bears and the Bulls.
Pain. I think I don't want to sound like a meathead, but I think
Yeah.
No, I mean, we've been predicting them to win. I'm going to give them a 28-17.
Oh, you got a dominant win. All right.
Wow.
I like
think,
that.
I just think that
Anything over
I think
double
the
digits.
Bears. I think that the defense can come through, and I think our offense actually does something.
All right.
Maybe they capitalize on those turnovers.
All right.
You know. No, skip that. 31.
Okay.
24.
All right.
31,
Now you
24.
sound like a
Man,
meathead.
I ain't
34-21.
been, see, you're outdoing me as a meathead because I was going to be a little bit more rational. I'm going to go 24-21 Bears over the Ravens.
All right.
Bulls, I think they will lose in a close game where they're competitive, but it's in Orlando, right?
It is in Orlando.
Yeah, I think Orlando's going to take care of business.
What you got, Drew?
Unfortunately, I think Chicago takes an L on both. I think.
Oh, you got a Baltimore L and
I got a Baltimore. I'm gonna stick with my original predictions when we did that. Baltimore in Baltimore. I think that they come out swinging, and unfortunately, they just run all up us, and then we end up
Up
losing
is
by about
crazy.
14.
Whoa.
Up is
I
insane.
did have
Yeah.
them losing on my
Yeah,
initial
I
standing.
did.
What you got for
got
what you got for the Bulls?
But then I got the Bulls on an upset. I got the Bulls on an upset.
Bulls upset
I got
versus the Magic.
Yeah.
Billy Donovan goes in back to Florida and says, "This is why I'm Hall of Fame,
Right,
baby."
I got a 1
Put it
point
on the
victory.
table.
I got. I'm put it
My
right.
house.
I got
My
one.
house.
I got a 1 point victory. So
Okay.
it's gonna be that close.
Hey, listen. Long as we don't blow another 20-point game, I actually have a win in both. I'm gonna go Oppo. I don't think Lamar Jackson's gonna play. I
He
think
does.
towards
I
him
think he
playing.
does.
I don't
Sound
think
like
he's been limited for 2 days. I don't think that you could put Lamar out there and say, "Hey, just don't run,"
Okay.
because his natural instinct is
Is
going to
run.
be to run.
Okay. I'd take
If the pressure gets near him. So I don't think Lamar's going to play. I think the Bears end up winning this
I
game.
see. My prediction was based on him playing. So if he doesn't play, definitely a dub.
Yeah.
By at least 15.
Fair dub.
But if he
Dub.
plays, I think we lose.
Dup.
Okay. I'm not mad at that. I got a Bears win 28-21. I got a Bulls win. Give me a 120-117 Bulls win. Little nail biter yet again.
I'm with it. I would love
And
to
it's
see
going
2
to
wins.
end with Modest Buzelis blocking a Paolo Banchero to
three.
win the
Paolo.
game on the 3. And
That'd be crazy if
and
you,
it's just
even if
pandemonium.
it's
You
not
know what
the
I'm
same
saying?
score, it would be crazy if that's actually what happens to end the game.
Yeah, we'll see what ends up happening. Hey, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in and
this
showing
man
love. As
Vegas.
always, hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. For the super producer, Joel Holt, Mr. Media himself, Jordan
Yep.
JC, Mr. Drew Better. If you knew better, you do better. Say who better? Nobody, bro. It's your boy, Pat the Designer. Back at it again. Y'all stay safe in Chicago. Bear down. One love. See red. Go White Sox.
Oh my
Go
God. Back
Cubs,
at it
baby.
again.
No, I don't like
Hawks
that.
I like
and the
them
Kings.
Cubs, baby.
Hard hockey, baby.